नमस्कार, स्वागत है आप सभी का दीदी अरुण प्रभा पे। हर साल की तरह 5 जून को वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट डे पर्यावरण की सुरक्षा और संरक्षण के लिए मनाया जाता है। वर्ष 1972 में पर्यावरण के प्रति यूनाइटेड नेशंस ने राजनीतिक और सामाजिक जागृति के लिए इस दिवस को मनाने की घोषित की थी। पर्यावरण हमारे लिए कितना महत्वपूर्ण है, आइए जानते हैं हमारे आज के खास मेहमान IFS सैमुअल चंकीजा से। सर, आपका स्वागत है हमारे स्टूडियो पे। नमस्ते। सर, हम जानना चाहते हैं कि जैसे हमने कहा था कि 5 जून को वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट डे सेलिब्रेट किया जाता है, तो हम जानना चाहते हैं कि हम सेलिब्रेट क्यों करते हैं? व्हाई डू वी सेलिब्रेट दिस डे?
Yeah, the World Environment Day is a very important day. It is participated by people from more than 150 countries. India is also a proud participant of this event, and it is a global platform to inspire positive change and celebrate the environmental action to create a sustainable world for the future. So it has four main aims. It aims to raise the global awareness of the happenings in the world, the pollution, the deforestation, the global warming, climate change. And it also not just raise awareness, but also talks about action. It also aims to encourage the individuals, organizations, the governments to take positive actions to protect the environment through policy changes, conservation efforts, and adopting sustainable practices. And in a collaborative and a community activities, and also to balance environment protection as well as development by promoting sustainability. And fostering international cooperation. So and the fourth aim is to ensure a healthy planet for the future generation through advocacy, education, and reminding all of us that it is our collective responsibility, and we should be collectively taking up to ensure that we leave a healthy planet for our future generations.
Yes, sir. So you have already mentioned that this day is not only about talking, but we actually do it in action. So this year's theme is land restoration, desertification, and drought resilience. So what do we do this year according to the theme?
Yes, this year's theme is very aptly put, because we all know and live on earth and on the soil. We are all, not aquatic, so land is a very important resource. At the same time, land is a very fast depleting resource also in terms of quality as well as quantity. The United Nations Convention to combat desertification, it estimates that about 2 billion people are potential victim of effects of desertification. 2 billion is about 25%. And about 5.2 billion hectares, that is 40% of the land, is threatened by desertification, while we are actually losing 12 million hectares to land degradation every year. So by 2025, that is next year, they estimate that 2.8 billion people in 48 countries will be having water scarcity or water shortage problems. So desertification and degradation of land threatens our very existence on this planet Earth. It threatens the food security, it threatens the water resource availability, productivity, livelihood, our very existence. So, and to make matters worse is the prevalence of drought that has been induced by climate change and global warming. So by focusing on these issues, the international community aims to raise awareness and mobilize action to combat land degradation, restore degraded ecosystems, and build a resilient, drought-resilient system. Drought resilience means the ability of the socio-ecological system to adopt the uncertainty and recover from the shock. So the communities can become drought resilient by conserving water in homes, in offices, and even in industries, and also accessing to new sources of water, like maybe having new desalination technologies that convert salt water into fresh water, and maybe managing drought at the watershed level by making many water harvesting structures to recharge the aquifers, and also using advanced water treatment methods and technologies like reverse osmosis, ultraviolet disinfection, to use the available resources. So this is how we can become drought resilient, and that is what the international community wants us to be prepared for.
So talking, as we are talking on the desertification and the droughts, so the people here, the people I know, that they say that हमारे यहाँ अरुणाचल में तो इतना पहाड़ भी है, पेड़ है, इतना सारा पेड़ है, बारिश भी आता है, पानी भी है. So yes, we know there is a water scarcity. So can you tell us why is it so important to protect it, to preserve our environment?
We don't live in isolation. Whatever local acts have global impacts. At the same time, global acts have local impact also. Therefore, we cannot compartmentalize our activities and think that it is not going to affect us. We also have just recently seen that Delhi has seen the highest temperature, 52.3 degree.
Yes.
That is very high temperature. We may be feeling cool in Itanagar.
No, but the temperature is also increased.
But yes, even in Itanagar, in the last 2 days, 2-3 days, we have just seen how it just suddenly shot up, and it is becoming erratic. So temperature is one issue which really affects all of us. It affects productivity, it affects migration of people, it affects everything. So that is one issue where we need to focus in order to so that we need to protect the environment. And and temperature as well as pollution also impacts our health. There are many respiratory diseases, cancers, even birth defects. All those are being assigned to pollution and not caring our environment. In fact, it is estimated that 25% of the death is due to preventable diseases caused by environmental degradation. Therefore, it is important for all of us to conserve the environment. We also have seen a lot of deforestation happening around, just to
for the
development and for the unsustainable development and mindless development, which we should be discouraging. Development, which if it is sustainable, it is good. There should be development. We cannot totally.
So it should go hand in hand.
Hand in hand, yes, with environmental conservation. So whatever we do, we should be having a mind of taking care of the environment, because it directly affects our well-being. It affects our future well-being.
So sustainability, we are talking about the sustainability. Can you please highlight what is sustainability? आप बता सकते हैं कि sustainability में होता क्या है? आपने जैसे बताया कि future में, future के लिए वो एक importance है, environment future को देने के लिए. उसके बारे में आप कुछ बताइए.
ये हमारा Honorable Prime Minister has given this mantra to the world कि he has discouraged mindless and destructive consumption, and he has encouraged a mindful and deliberate utilization. And he has given a mantra called life, merry life. Life stands for lifestyle for environment. If we adopt such a lifestyle in all walks of life, our activity, our footprint would be less, and whatever the development activities is taken up, those would be less destructive, and it would be sustainable. It can be repeated. It can be we can have the benefit of it without much of its ill effects. Like development requires a lot of energy, and we are very much dependent on fossil fuel based energy. So the government is trying to reduce the dependence on fossil fuel. The government is already announcing a huge push on the renewable energy sources of solar as well as hydro and wind also. So all these things, all these developments which are backed by sustainable sources are sustainable, and it doesn't impact the environment much. We cannot say there is a zero impact on environment. Environment has its own capacity to absorb some of the things, the heat, but it should be minimal so that it is sustainable, and so that we don't disrupt the future environment, present as well as the future environment.
Okay. So talking about this environment, you have told us about the rainwater, water harvesting, something, and then more about the preservation and protection also. Can we know what is the government doing for the preservation and the protection?
The government is that way very proactive in conserving and preserving the environment, and all the departments, not only forest or environment department, all the departments have been given a target, a directive to dovetail or to streamline their efforts and programs to have minimum impact on the environment, and also it should be eco-friendly. It should be pro-planet. That is what our leaders would say. The government of Arunachal also is very proactive in that way. In 2021, the highest body of the government announced the 𝙒𝙀 Declaration.
Yes.
𝙒𝙀 Declaration is it's a very innovative, and it's the first time among the sub-national group. It is it has declared in Arunachal as a climate resilient and responsive state. So it has given many strategies to achieve that climate resilient state, and all the departments are lined up together there and working together to achieve that goal. And we have a lot of targets, short-term goals, mid-term goals, as well as the long-term goals, by which we hope to reduce our carbon footprint, net carbon emission to zero. That is the attempt of the government, and all the government machinery, all the different line departments are working hard for that.
Okay, so the government is working on that. So how do we have something for the individuals staying at home or doing their own job as a business people or as a housewife? What do we do to protect our environment, to preserve that?
Yeah, definitely, everybody has a role. It may be seen as a small role, but we all know every drop of single drop of
can make an ocean.
Yeah, water make a mighty ocean. So this action also requires everybody's effort, every individual's effort, be it young or old or rich or poor. We can adopt a lifestyle, like I mentioned, that a lifestyle which is environment friendly. It may be a small thing like not using or refusing to totally use single-use plastic, or maybe you make an occasion to plant a tree on maybe your birthdays or your anniversaries, or whenever a child is born, you can plant a tree, or you can maybe try to stop having all those mindless habits, which results in a lot of pollution as well as carbon emission. So everybody can definitely contribute. They can also be very well informed, so that you have informed choices, and informed because of that we can also dictate the market. Once we say we will not buy these things because it is not eco-friendly, then the suppliers will definitely stop supplying that, and we can ensure that such thing happen. We also see our the rivers around Itanagar, how, you know, it is not a very good sight to see, but we can, every individual can refuse to, you know, pollute, refuse to litter, and that way, more than the governments having policies and implementing policies, I think it is everybody's responsibility, as well as everybody can do a lot to preserve or conserve our environment.
Yes, it is up to us to protect it. Yes.
Very much, yes.
So half of the population in Arunachal, they are mainly supported by this agriculture. So would you like to tell us any farming solutions to protect the soil?
Yeah, agriculture is also one of the sectors very badly affected by climate change, global warming, and also having a lot of contribution to environmental impacts. One thing is that we have actually, if you notice, stopped a lot of, you know, old cultural and traditional practices, and we have started moving on to the so-called innovative or not exactly modern techniques.
Yes.
By using a lot of chemical pesticides or chemical fertilizers for the want of getting more returns, and not wanting to, you know, do the weeding and all, physically save labor and money, but that is having an adverse impact on the environment. So I think it would be good for all of us to go back to our traditional system. Our traditional system was very beautiful. It was very eco-friendly, be it our tribal communities or even India had a very, you know, eco-friendly, sustainable lifestyle. So we need to go back to that. We are also now producing a lot of varieties which are, you know, requiring a lot of water or maybe inputs, fertilizer, chemical inputs. So we can also switch on to those traditional organic varieties and practices. That will help a lot in conserving the environment, at least from the environment by the agriculture sector.
Okay. So as we know that on this day, the World Environment Day, we have programs in all around in Arunachal. So can we know how it will be celebrated in Arunachal and in Itanagar?
Yes. In fact, World Environment Day is a very much looked forward day, especially for school kids.
Yes.
So we are organizing a lot of painting and drawing competition, with the main aim of spreading awareness,
Very
catch them young. When they are still young, give them the awareness of the requirement to, you know, love the nature and do for the environment. So we are doing a lot of environment activities, campaignings, as well as competitions in different sections. And on 5th of June also we'll be doing a plantation. Every department are being requested to take up activities of promoting awareness in their own levels, and we are collecting all the information and photographs and reports, and we'll be compiling that. And the government of India is also insisting that all the units, every department, every unit is able to do some activity to promote environmental conservation. So they had also given us a list of activities, suggested activities by all departments. So I'm sure every department will be taking up such activities as our contribution to the cause of the environment.
Okay, that is a very good news to hear. So sir, as on the last page, would you like to say something to our viewers on this World Environment Day?
Yeah, definitely. Today's this time World's Environment Day has a theme and has also a slogan. The slogan is "Our life, our future, and we, the generation restoration." So I would want to appeal to the generation restoration. Let us be the generation restoration and not generation spectators. Let us act. Let us all get together, take a pledge to make all possible changes in our daily life to protect the environment, and also to commit to the community to continuously motivate our family, our friends, and everybody about the importance of environmental friendly habits, let us also adopt environmental friendly habits in our day-to-day lifestyle and help others to also adopt such healthy lifestyle. With that, I want to wish everybody a happy World Environment Day and hope that because of your action, the world is a better place tomorrow.
Wow, that's a very good last line, and I've also forgotten the slogans also. Very good information on this World Environment Day. I do hope that the viewers would take a step on protecting and conserving the environment. हम आशा करते हैं कि आपको इस टॉक शो से खूब सारे बातें जानने को मिले होंगे, प्लास्टिक्स यूज़ ना करें और सस्टेनेबिलिटी के ऊपर जाए। तो इसी के साथ हम आपसे आज्ञा लेते हैं। धन्यवाद हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच। हम आज्ञा लेते हैं और मिलते हैं। थैंक यू सो मच।